Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know
it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 258.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here we go, shot. 331, 331. Angel, angel, angel.
From the 50, here's Fields. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Go.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Looking to put a drive together.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Milton. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Fights it off. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 6.
19 Lions. 19, 18.
To throw is Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Let's go.
And they let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Bengals at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down back before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense, and they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Milton. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. So they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Henry To'o there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Okay, they work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready? Ready?
Throwing is Milton. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A gain there of 21 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Come on, come on. 19.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Henry To'oTo'o got in there behind the line of scrimmage that time.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
70 Timberwolves.
Here's Milton now to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Milton. Completes this one to Thornton. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Bunch right. Here we go. Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields. He completes it to Ridley. And finally down he goes. as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Don't jump. Ready? Set high.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Once more, Etienne. And this time, he is in. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty.
Daniel Carlson set
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off-play action, Fields on the move to his left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, yes, that was good pressure applied that time by the defensive unit. They forced him out wide to his left, but with nobody home, he decided to tuck it and go. And he's able to turn it into a short gain.
Yard line, 2nd and 9.
Angel. Here we go.
To throw is Fields. And incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19, tonight.
Here's Fields. Quick slant to Brown. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here we go. 3-19, go.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Here we go. 19 windy. Here we go. All right.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Dyami Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to... add on to that lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there and have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Ready. Striking 18.
From the gun on third down, Milton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Will Anderson, his second sack of the night. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Green 19.
Fields now to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll roll him out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this in. Inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Ready? Turn those right.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go. Green 19, right tonight. Hey, Ken.
Here's Fields. This one caught by Ridley. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
ETN up the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson now to kick this one away. Escapes the defender. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
There's no rush to my shut it down. Whatever I got your money out. And you will have my money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Who did on everything that I love. Sure. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, nothing that comes above.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Set.
Looking to throw. Milton. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Milton targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, But we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come on. Set. Hey, ready.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man. It's Thornton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up a 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Ready, right?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waddle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Here's Milton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Milton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
On 4th down, Milton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
331, 331.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
You got it. Here we go. 319, just that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
To throw is Milton. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Second and 9 from the 44.
Go! Cougar 19.
Now Milton. Flushed out right. Lower taking it in over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Let's go. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ready? Viking 18. Ready?
Throwing is Milton. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's good.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Come on. 60 by 6.
Milton. He's got this complete to Burden. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Luther Burden, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. And they're off the 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, slide. Chip slide. 319, next set.
Now Fields. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Screenplay, here's ETN. Oh, he's got a little delay. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
319, go.
Robinson up the middle. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Here we go, slide. 319, get that.
Put a man in motion left, Ridley.
Right.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
331. Bunch right.
They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Hold it ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Warrior 70. Cougar 19. Ready, right?
To throw, it's Milton. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Bronco 80.
Here's Milton now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here we go. Strike. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Dragon 60. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard
Clock running under
line.
4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Panther 60. 19 Lions. Ready.
Looking to throw. Milton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On the double.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Come on. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
60 Vikings.
Operating from the gun, Milton. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
Hawk 70.
It's now 4th down
18
and
Rattler.
1.
18 Rattler. Ready, ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. First and goal. They got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
That's another Bengals first down.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
At the 11-yard line.
Now they'll change things up.
tell you he had to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid game to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll get that underneath ETN.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Here we go, son. Turbo, son. Chip Smith.
Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready up.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10.
10 through 11. 10 through 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
19, 18.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Panther 60.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. Good. 222.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Ready, set.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready, set, go.
Off the bootleg, Milton. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Will Anderson able to